everybody, it's Shannon with your workout of the day, and today we are going to be doing negative emphasis training. Negative emphasis is a great way to work out with your body weight efficiently and safely, doing 1 rep per exercise for 90 seconds. Negative emphasis means we will be doing the negative movement twice because this is where we build the most muscle. So I'm going to start with a chin up. And I've just wrapped my yoga strap around a tree. If you have an actual chin up bar or a branch that you would like to do a chin up in, feel free to do that. Chin up grip is the grip is facing you and about a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. So go ahead and get set. I'll start my timer. And here we go. We're starting at the top of the movement and slowly lowering down. Squeezing shoulders on my back, elbows are in. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Now here I'm about halfway. Breathing, squeezing. Takes a lot of focus and concentration. So now that I'm at 30 seconds, I'm all the way at the bottom of the rep and I start coming up and make this last 30 seconds. It's harder than it looks, keeping perfect form. Using the least amount of my legs as I can, just really putting all of this effort into my back, into my biceps. 6, 5, 4, we're all the way back up at the top of the rep now. And now lowering for my final negative for 30 seconds. Keeping the chest up, shoulders down, squeezing the elbows in. I'm at 15 seconds to go, so I'm at 90 degrees with my elbows. Lowering the hips back. Squeezing everything as hard as I can. And we're done. And that's it. So that was your first exercise of negative emphasis. For our second exercise, we're doing a static deadlift. So this is where we'll use the first 30 seconds at about 50% effort, the second 30 seconds at about 75% effort, and the final 30 seconds really giving it 100%. So just grab a really long band or a really long strap. I've tied 2 scarves together to make a loop here. If you have a TRX or something like that with handles, that's awesome. And so we're gonna stand on that item. And I'm gonna get the time going. So knees under our hips. We're gonna wrap that strap or band as far down so that we can bend our elbows into the side body and pull the chest forward and lift the hips up and back. We're keeping the back nice and flat, squeezing the elbows in, lifting the hips up and back, and breathing calmly. Second 30 seconds, we're really pulling the chest forward, lifting the hips up and back, squeezing our low back, squeezing our mid back and upper back, also squeezing the biceps. Everything's starting to fatigue now, so make sure your form stays good. We want to keep a nice flat back. This is our last 30 seconds, so we're going to pull up on that back and lift our hips up and back, pull the chest forward. Keep the face calm. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Pressing the heels down, lifting the hips up. Really feeling the core engage. Everything's shaking a little bit now. 3, in 2, release slowly and come on up. All right, good job. Your third exercise is a sit-up. Now, for obvious reasons, I will not be doing the sit-up with you. I'll be doing a plank hold. However, I will count you off so that you can do the sit-up. In your sit-up position, you will be going back twice and up once. Remember, this is negative emphasis. And so having the toes up towards the shins, bringing the arms up with the thumbs up, or having the hands here crossed at the chest is a great option. And you're going to try to make the negative here last 30 seconds, and then coming up 30 seconds, and then going back 30 seconds. Okay, so you work up to this. There's gonna be a point where you just kind of fall out of it, and that's okay. So just keep practicing this. Add this exercise into your routine. It's just an incredible way to really learn your body and where you are weak, as far as where you are weak in your core. And so I will count you off. I'm gonna do a plank hold instead. So here we go. Get in your sit-up position, start at the top, and start to descend. If you are pregnant, you can join me in a plank hold. So right now you're halfway down, about halfway down on that sit-up. This is where it really gets tough. So you just want to hold on to it and go as slow as you can. You're 30 seconds in, so you're at the base. So now start coming up and out of your sit-up. Really breathe and squeeze as hard as you can. Use the backs of the thighs if you need to. 10 more seconds. Just hold it in that contraction position. Coming on up. Hey, kitty, kitty. And last 30 seconds. You're gonna go back down nice and slow. I'll let you know when you're halfway. You'll be halfway in 3, 2, 1. So you have 15 seconds to go. Really hold on to it as long as you can. Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's your 1 rep max. Good job. Our next exercise is a body weight row. So I have moved my strap a little bit lower here. And remember, we're doing the negative action twice. So we're gonna start at the top of the row. We're gonna go down for 30 seconds, up for 30 seconds, and back down for 30 seconds. So if you do have a bar that's available to you and you can do that, that's great. I'm just gonna use my strap and a tree. So let's get set here. And here we begin. So I'm gonna bend my knees so I'm in a bridge type position a little bit more. You can straighten your legs and dig your heels into the ground if that feels better for you. But this is gonna put me at more of a horizontal position, which is just a little bit more challenging. So we're over halfway here. I'm squeezing my elbows in, lifting my hips up, squeezing my knees towards each other. And now we start the 30-second contraction. So here we go, up, nice and slow, squeezing shoulders on my back, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. We're halfway, so elbows are at my rib cage. This takes patience and focus. And now I'm at my 30 seconds. And here I go back down. Arms are shaking. Legs are shaking. Squeeze those elbows in. Keep your neck long. Squeeze those knees in towards each other. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew! That was your 1 rep row. Congratulations, you've made it to your last 2 exercises, which we're gonna perform in a superset and in a ladder down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pistol squats and hip thrusts. I'm gonna use my stability ball here. If you're inside, you can use a door frame and your couch, which I've demonstrated in some of the other videos. So we're just mixing up how we're doing things, not really what we're doing, because the body likes to move in a certain way. And so that's how we are really strengthening it, is by repeating these movements, but in a different order and on different days. So for our pistol squat, we're gonna do 5 a side. We're gonna extend one leg. Inhale as we go down, 2, 3, until the knees are parallel. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3. Sitting back into my heel. That's 3. Stand up all the way straight. And there's 5. Okay, we're gonna switch sides. Do you have to use assistance? No. If you're at the level where you can just do this raw without hanging onto anything, that's awesome. Really pushing through your heel. Sitting back into a chair. Keeping your shoulders on your back. I think this is 5. I might have done 6, but that's okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to my hip thrusts. So you can place your upper back on your couch or on a chair with a blanket or something, but the stability ball works really good for this. So I'm gonna bring my hands to my hips. Inhale as I drop my hips down, the head comes up. Exhale, squeeze my knees towards each other as I press through my glutes and heels, pressing the back of my skull into the ball. Down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, so that was my 5. So now I'm gonna go back and forth doing 4, 4 of my pistol squats, 4 hip thrusts, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and then you're done with your strength for the day. We worked a lot of posterior chain today. In part 2, tomorrow, I'll share with you more of the pushing pillars. And just make sure you get outside and go for a bike or a run or a walk for about 30 minutes, and you've hit all of those human pillars of movement. Thanks for joining me today. Peace and love.